Hi, this is Natalia Antonova.
This is Arutunyan right there.
And we are the ladies in Russia. What are you doing?
I'm cleaning up my grandfather's portrait after moving to a new desk. I thought I'd give it a little makeover.
Well,
This is my
got
grandfather.
a little ribbon right there.
I do.
Actually, I meant like, what are you really doing?
What am I really doing? Like what? In the context of what?
I was just thinking, you live in Russia, and I think that says a lot about you as a person, the fact that you live in Russia. I mean, that you made this choice, like...
That I made this choice. Yeah, it's true, because,
look at your choices, look at your life. What kind of choices...
You have it backwards. It's, look at your life, look at your choices.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, the kind of choices you make about where you want to live,
Yeah, well, I guess unlike ordinary Russians who are born here, I did choose to come here and work and so on.
That's what I'm saying. You chose to live in Russia, and that says a lot about your value
system. It probably says that I'm a bad person. Is that what you're getting at here? So there's no confusion, I'm a bad person. That's what you think.
Considering the stuff that goes down in
That's
Russia.
how you talk. That's how you talk to me. That's how she talks. Well, let me ask you the same question, darling. What on earth are you doing in Russia?
Right. I just kind of came here to kind of hang out because, you could just, get away with not doing any work. And
so whereas I'm a bad person, you're just a lazy person. Is that what you're admitting?
Russia's a place where nobody really does any work, and, right?
So it's either do evil work or do no work at all. Is that what we're getting at here? Like I'm the evil one, and you're just like the one who just lies around and does nothing.
No,
she was an hour and a half late for the taping of this video. I'm just saying it, just pointing it out. Of course, what we're really getting at here is that we're talking about one of my fans to be precisely, who recently criticized me for my various political views, the kinds of political action stuff I'm involved with in the States, especially with regard to student debt. And they also said, well, it's very telling that you would move to Russia. People like you, like those kinds of people.
Those kind of people move to Russia. It says a lot about you. I was actually quoting from that marvelous letter.
Yeah, it's a beautiful letter.
The reason I really, this really struck me is, even though Natalia and I have, slightly different backgrounds, what we do have in common is that we did make a choice to come back to Russia. You were born in the Ukraine, I was born in Russia, but we were raised in the States, and it was a conscious choice. And
it's not the Ukraine anymore, by the way. It's Ukraine.
I'm sorry, oh my God.
See, now, she's really the bad one. She's the evil one. It comes out when you read between the lines and you see her. But anyway, what were you saying?
I get the same questions. I get the same pretext under those questions. I write a lot about Russia. I write a lot of things that are very scary in Russia. Not because I think that Russia is, it's unique in many ways, but not in the sense that it's bad. But then the question comes back to me: why do you live in Russia? Why did you choose to live in Russia? People can't fathom this. Even some Russians can't fathom this.
Well, they can't fathom this whole issue of choice. I mean, that's what
you had
really
a choice to live in the States, but you came back to Russia, and I can't even begin to really explain my reasons because. What are the reasons?
I think that the work I think if you're bilingual, you get to do more interesting work in Russia than you would in the States. I think it's one of the major aspects of living here.
Yeah.
You get more opportunities, whereas in the States you may not.
Well, would the same question apply to expats coming to Russia? Why does an expat choose
most actual
real
expats,
expat,
real expats, as opposed to the fake expats. Even though
I'm
here on a work visa, so technically I am an expat in every sense of the word. I just happen to speak the language. But no, I think that for a lot of people will say that I just wanted an escape, or. They just kind of wanted to get away from themselves. They're like, I'm in London. I'm 45 years old. I'm trying to Are
you quoting from Snowdrops?
Maybe I'm talking about someone else. I don't know. Who am I talking about? It's a mystery. But anyway,
I think there's some escapism there.
There's some escapism. I think it's also true of us. There's some escapism there as well.
Yeah.
Because.
But what it's definitely not is to come here and lounge around and
do nothing. You can't do nothing here.
No,
if you do nothing here, you die.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty much like it is.
Okay, maybe not quite died, but close to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and on that note, I guess we have to end our wonderful segment.
Yes.
I will go back to polishing this wonderful picture. It's great. My grandma gave it to me.
Yeah.
Actually, my grandfather, like right here in this picture, he's actually like, he's in Moldova. See?
Yeah.
In Moldova, yeah.
Yeah.
But he actually served as when he was serving in the higher post, he was in Ukraine. So, and then the Soviet Union ended, and that was really sad. Or not, I don't know, depending on how you see it. Anyway, we'll be back next week, possibly with a more frivolous segment, possibly with a less frivolous one. We'll just have to
And
wait
in the
to see.
meantime, we just want you to know that you need to look at your life.
Look at your choices.
And look at your choices.